Well, fornicate me, aren't all the worms coming out of the woodwork today? It seems like all the jackasses get together for a conference and then decide that they're going to come after me as a unified effort whenever I go on holiday, and it just fucks everything up for me. I've got three cases going on at the current, three serious cases. One case dealing with a frivolous DMCA threat. Another case which, if the person was a larger person, would open them to be subject to a libel lawsuit from myself because they're going around claiming that I would personally love to see Christian children hung up from trees. And now I've got another person who has reported me for violation of privacy. So, yeah, you're doing a great job. All it's doing is making me more and more angry at things. So with a privacy complaint, it is of course Dawah Digital, also known as Moss and Mastan. And I say Moss and Mastan, their real name, because that's the name they proudly declare on their Instagram account. Their Instagram account being linked to their YouTube account. Also, I will note that their Instagram account uses the same avatar, the same handle as their YouTube account. The Instagram and YouTube account are pretty much one and the same. The Instagram account being used to promote the YouTube account. It is the official Instagram account for said YouTube account. They are linked, okay? I didn't have to go digging around to get their real name or anything. It was all publicly available, along with their image, them being a YouTuber who's appeared in videos, as well as, again, they post photos of themselves quite regularly. So why are they doing this? Well, you see, Dawah Digital threatened me in December of 2017. Now, it was a weak-ass threat. What happened was I'd critiqued their content. They weren't actually in that video. It was a video of Imran Hussein, but I critiqued the content. They took real offense to that. They threatened me, telling me I need to take it down, I need to take it all back and convert and whatever. And if I didn't, then they were going to expose me. And there was even some suggestion that they might edit images to expose me. Um, you know, and I didn't back down. I said, I live in a world of video responses. I'm a video responder. A video response, even if you're dishonest in it, doesn't really scare me, so go right ahead. And they backed out. I published it. I kept it there for record. Note, this all took place outside of YouTube, so I couldn't really report it to YouTube itself. And anyway, I just found it funny enough just to watch this guy try and threaten me with a video response as if it was this big scary thing when it wasn't really. So yeah, quite clearly, they hate the public record. So they went away, and then suddenly I get the email from Google telling me that if I don't remove the video in 48 hours of their original email, they will strike my channel. Now, they give two timestamps for this. The timestamps are 1244 to 1335, which shows the Facebook interactions, which were both in the public eye, as well as they then switched to threatening me in, PM, which doesn't cover them. That's not a reasonable degree to expect privacy. If you're going to threaten someone on their business page, I have every right to make that information public for the public interest, for purposes of reporting. They're a small person, but they're an affiliate of iERA. That's the Islamic Education and Research Academy, which is one of the largest Islamic groups in the UK. So yes, this is all part of the public interest. The second timestamp I get is 1336 to 1503, which I used the thumbnail I used for the actual video, which had an image of them, which was public accessible. I don't remember if I took it from a video or still image, I can't remember. Either way, publicly accessible. And then in front of them, it was a little chihuahua with their icon attached to the chihuahua. The text says, "Come on, fight me, you atheist biatch," or something like that, because in general, that's, they were trying to scare me by yapping at me. They were going to do a video response. It was like, go right ahead. And then suddenly they backs down. It's sort of like that chihuahua that barks at the bigger dog. The moment the bigger dog comes close, they start squealing and cowering in the corner, sort of thing. So, it was used completely within both parody and criticism. It was also publicly accessible. Again, this person has been on YouTube videos. This person has an Instagram account where they regularly post pictures of not just themselves, but other people from iERA who I've responded to, such as Hamza Sortsus and Imran Hussein. You know, this is not some quiet individual that likes putting out content but keeps pretty much to themselves. This is a public figure who is part of a charity organization. And yeah, that is in the public interest. How this person is acting in threatening critique of their work is in the public interest. Just like now, the way they're attempting to censor me by claiming I'm violating their privacy by sharing information they consciously made publicly available is in the public interest. Again, I've had to go and save the Instagram page just to make sure that if he does try changing it now, I have the evidence to show that actually, yes, he didn't just link his channel to the Instagram page, he also boasted his real name because it's part of his ego. That's what he likes to stroke. So when someone like me comes along and critiques that ego, they need to do something suddenly. They need to fight it. They need to do everything they can to silence that person. And this time, they're taking the route of false flagging via privacy violation. As for what YouTube is doing, I don't have a way to appeal. Privacy violations don't give you a way to say, actually, this information was all publicly available. Here is why it's a public interest, you know. So that's partially why this video exists. Maybe YouTube will pick this up. I very much doubt it. I have contacted them on Twitter. I've also sent it to the creator support. Problem is, how long is that going to take? 48 hours from the original email, my video goes down, I get a strike. I can't risk strikes on things I can't appeal. You know, if it's a content claim, I can appeal it. I can fight it. That I'm perfectly fine with doing. But with these things, there is no backup to the system. I can't appeal it. If I get a strike, I have to wait 6 months. So at the current, I'm just planning on waiting until the 47th hour. And if I have not got a response from YouTube at that point, I'll just re-upload the video. And I'll probably do it to a different account. I'll probably also do it to Vimeo. I'll just do it everywhere. I'll just re-upload it everywhere because I'm not letting someone get away with this sort of abuse. You know, first you try to threaten me into silence for critiquing your content, and then you abuse the privacy system because, hey ho, you came over to my page publicly and publicly threatened me. The threats weren't all in the PM. Some of the threats were public. You know, you decide to come and do that, and when that doesn't work, I don't know why it took you so long. Maybe you've been discussing with your buddies, etc. But then you come along and you file a privacy complaint. Like, seriously. This is about as effective as the Japanese army in a kaiju film. You are doing absolutely nothing to slow me down. All you are going to do is piss me off more and more. And the more you piss me off, the more I'm going to keep coming for your content. That's what happens. You know, this is what Hamza Sortsus saw, and is partially the reason Hamza Sortsus doesn't do for online content anymore. He only does lectures and, you know, training sessions. He used to do this online content that was going to be, you know, saving people. He backed out of that because he was too easily targetable. And then, you know, he tried to mock me, so I kept pushing, and he ran. So, yeah, this is not going to end well for you if you think you're going to fucking scare me. You're not. You're just someone who really, really needs to take a step back, calm down, maybe sit on like the naughty stool or whatever, and think. Is actual censorship the way you want to go? We're not talking about, you know, people not wanting to pay to attend a talk by me or whatever. we're talking about you abusing the system to try and stifle critique. I have every right to publicly document the way you threatened me. You know, if you want to say what I documented was libelous or slanderous, then by all means take me to court under those things. Do not abuse the privacy system to try and silence me. That right there should be grounds for instant, account termination. Sadly, I have no way to appeal it on YouTube, so I'm going to have to take some other mechanical route. Hopefully, YouTube gets back to me on this. Hopefully, they see that actually nothing that wasn't shared by Mastan himself was shared by me. And hopefully, they realize, maybe we need to sort this fucking system out, because I'm honestly getting damn tired about the way things are setting up. It just is ridiculous. The way that, it's snowing outside. I want to go and enjoy the snow with my partner. I've been in India for 5 months. It's come back, it's snowing, it's lovely. And I have to do this because this video has to be up quick enough that I can have this up for, a good 24 hours before the video itself is going to go. Just in hopes that it gets something done. I don't know if it will, but it's worth a try. Again, Digital Dawah is working with iERA, that's the Islamic Education Research Academy. So I'm going to keep pressing until iERA does something, because again, if you're hiring this guy to do some work for you on your YouTube channels, and this guy is going around not only threatening people, criticizing their work, but also trying to use the, privacy system to censor them, then you doing absolutely nothing about that, it does show us exactly what iERA wants. So, that's why I keep mentioning the fact that iERA is linked to Dawah Digital. Not only in the fact that, Dawah Digital so often hangs out with the rest of the iERA group, but they actually state publicly that they are doing work for iERA. So, yeah, maybe you want to check into that. Other employers have to, think about the way that their staff act and take that into account, and whether or not they let them go, etc., or, punish them for doing stupid shit. So why don't you, okay? Why don't you take some damn responsibility and muzzle your fucking dog, okay? It really is just a big damn joke at the moment. So yeah, that's really it. Again, I'm going to wait until the 47th hour. This was, it's wait to that 47th hour. If I have to remove it, I have to remove it. Sadly, I'm going to try to save as many of the comments as I can. I'm going to try doing a full page capture of all the comments open, because I feel really bad. There was a lot of great comments on there that are worth saving. But sadly, it's all I can do. YouTube has given me no way to appeal this absurd claim to violation of privacy. No way. It is just nauseating. You think when someone actually has a career on YouTube, there should be some systems in place to protect them against these frivolous claims. But no, there aren't. Currently, there aren't. There is, but copyright, and the copyright stuff has got better. The way that now someone claims the ad revenue, it doesn't automatically go to them for the dispute period, and even if they lose, you never see that money again. Now it gets pulled in like a separate place, which then goes to whoever wins the dispute. They need to start looking into the flagging and into the privacy claims, etc., because this is just absurd. So yeah, those are my thoughts. If you want to download the video preemptively, I will link it down below. I will also link to the Instagram so you can see those details. I'll link it on archive.com so you can see that I have just saved it. But yeah, this is total crap, and I'm getting tired of it. So be sure to stay tuned. The DMCA, threat that video will be coming out soon, and then I'm planning on dealing with the other case I mentioned earlier. This is EOT. Take care.